Apple's new iPhone 17 series is coming in only 5 months, and in this video, I'm gonna share with you 8 new updates with new leaks and changes that are very exciting because everything is starting to come together. So let's jump right into number 1, and this one I am very excited about because Mark Gurman just said that we are no longer expecting a black glass panel for the camera bump on the back of the Pro models. Yes, he says it will now be color matched aluminum, matching the entire body, which I have said multiple times looks so much better. Like you can see on these dummy models, just imagine a blue model that's color matched. It looks absolutely amazing. And I actually think that this is the only way to make sense of this new camera bar design. Why? Well, here are 3 different reasons. Reason number 1 is that the black glass is going to be very fragile. First of all, it's gonna get scratched up because this whole section is way too large for Apple to put in sapphire glass, and plus having it metal instead means it's gonna be a lot stronger. And reason number 2 is that you want the 3 camera bumps to have some sort of contrast to show off that epic triangular camera design that Apple has had for basically a few years now, which is now iconic. If you were to make this all black glass, it would look like just one big rectangle, and it'll look way too similar to a Pixel 9 Pro. Now, reason number 3 is that if this is actually a metal camera bump, like you can see right now, it's actually gonna be a unibody piece of metal that wraps all the way around, almost like being milled from the inside out, which actually gives you more usable space on the inside, basically increasing internal volume, allowing Apple to mount the new 48 megapixel telephoto camera closer to the back and gives them more space for different parts. So that is really nice. And now moving on to the second leak update, Mark Gurman also said that these will not have a 2-tone color design like we saw in so many of the leaks and renders, where you have like the metal a different color than the actual glass inlay here. So just imagine this being like all silver, all the same color. I think it's gonna look great. Of course, the glass insert is to make MagSafe work, so you'll see like a subtle difference, but it'll be the same color, just a difference in the texture or sheen. Now moving on to update number 3, we actually just got this update from John Prosser with iOS 19 saying that Apple for the first time is gonna enable dual video recording for the new 17 Pro model. So basically, you're gonna be able to record rear camera video while you actually get a little bubble on the screen showing your own reaction, which is gonna be really cool. This is gonna be perfect for, let's say, like reaction videos or viral TikToks where people are recording stuff and you wanna see their face at the same time. It might be available on the current 16 Pro models. I'm not sure. Maybe Apple's gonna say that you need the latest chip to make it work with the extra processing power. Now for number 4, this one is actually very, very interesting, and I didn't know this before, but the speaker grill right here on the 17 Pro models is actually bigger than we have on the 16 Pro models right here on the dummies. But first, our sponsor ESR has the best screen protector out there with a simple 2-step install. Just wipe the screen, put your phone in the tray, and pull the tab and you're good to go, making it super smooth to the touch with an anti-fingerprint coating, while also giving you 7 times stronger protection from drops compared to the competition. And while it's on, it's crystal clear without any black borders that get in the way like other protectors, so you see your whole screen while retaining true colors. They also have their classic hybrid case with AirGuard corners, giving you 11-foot drop protection and a tempered glass and capacitive camera control button cover that stands up to 120 kilograms of pressure, which is a must-have because Apple charges $749 to replace this button if you accidentally crack it. On top of that, the camera guard comes with a built-in stand for all of your MagSafe accessories that hold on better thanks to the 2 times stronger magnets. So order these ESR products today by using the links below. Now getting back to the larger speaker grill, as you can see, With a close-up look, it is quite a bit wider. So why would Apple do this? Well, I think that they're planning to put better speakers in the bottom of the phone. So with that, they have to make better speakers at the top to basically balance the sound. And since we know Apple is moving the LiDAR, the microphone, and the flash over to the right side, it actually opens up the center of the internals, giving it more space so Apple can fit in a larger speaker module, which explains the bigger grille. So with that said, moving over to update number 5, here's a clever tweet from the ex-user Mia Kakuraj, explaining why Apple is moving these 3 things to the very right side of the camera bar in the first place. Take a look at this image that shows the iPhone 16 Pro on the left and the 17 Pro on the right side. He says that since Apple is increasing the megapixel count of the telephoto camera from 12 to 48 megapixels, which we know is happening due to all of the leaks and rumors, the sensor actually has to get larger. So the only way that Apple can make this happen, or at least the best way, is by rotating that camera module so it faces down instead of to the right, which actually means that they have to move the LiDAR away so it gets moved over to the right side. And this new orientation actually saves a bunch of space on the right side, as you can see highlighted in the light blue rectangle, giving Apple more space for other parts like a larger logic board, which means that they can essentially move everything up and give you an even bigger battery, which is also in the leaks and rumors. Now moving on to number 6, with Apple moving all of that over, it actually allows them to put in a bigger sensor for the selfie camera, which perfectly lines up to rumors that we're getting a 24 megapixel selfie cam on the new 17 models. And I'm really excited about this because the bigger sensor is going to be great for low light selfies, since each pixel will likely be larger, so it takes in more light. Now for number 7, it is becoming more and more likely, based on recent leaks and rumors, that the Pro models, or maybe even only the Pro Max, will be getting a brand new vapor chamber cooling system for the first time. And this is going to be huge because right now, we know that cooling is actually the biggest factor or limitation when it comes to chip performance. Now, Apple might come out with faster and faster chips, higher clock speeds, but if the heat is limiting performance, there's basically no point. So the cool thing is that Apple can improve the cooling, and they don't even have to make the A19 or A19 Pro chip that much faster. The cooling itself will basically open up that thermal brick wall and give us better real-world performance. And now finally, for number 8, here is a bonus leak from 2022, which is from CorpCry, which is not the best, most reliable source, but this actually makes a ton of sense, and I just realized it right now. He says that Apple is working on a camera that can switch between the wide and ultra wide on the fly, with 2 cameras basically built into one lens. What if that is what's gonna happen with the new iPhone 17 Air model, a new dual lens camera system that's built into one visible lens? Because if you think about it, the iPhone 17 Air is reportedly gonna cost $900, which is $300 more than the iPhone 16e, which does have a single wide camera. How many people are gonna be willing to have a single camera on a $900 iPhone? Instead, Apple could shock everybody with a dual camera system built into one lens, and that would make it really exciting to switch. So with all that said, those were 8 updates on the new iPhone 17 lineup. Let me know your thoughts and the ones you're most excited about down in the comment section below, and check out one of those 2 videos right there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.